set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble. I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble.
Yes, people. Welcome to LRFC. Welcome to LRFC. Bit of housekeeping. Please hit that subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff. Obviously, it's the Premier League review show. And not only that, we're going to talk about Liverpool Football Club, of course, and what's happening around our football club. I put a poll up there. There was a lot of talk about it yesterday in Ensman's show on Twitter. Who was the better all-round player, Salah or Mane? I think I've done it before, but let's do it again. Why can't we do it again and just discuss it, if you know what I mean, guys? And I'm going to bring on JK. JK is going to come on, hopefully, in a minute, and we could discuss it with him as well. Because, you know, every point of view can clear up who's the better player, if you know what I mean. And I know, like, most circumstances, people say Salah, because, you know, Salah's is a goal-scoring machine. He's still at the football club doing well. And Mane is a different type of player, obviously. He contributes on a lot of goals, but, you know, he contributes in all-round aspects of things, expectations of things, if you know what I mean. Like, if you look at the right wing when he first started, then he moved to the left wing, then he moved to the front, you know what I mean? And he could play basically all across that three. And he brought something different to the team that made us successful. And if you remember when Mane was at Liverpool Football Club, he was, you know, the catalyst for, you know, closing down teams and playing in an aggressive way, playing for the team, if you know what I mean. He defends, he attacks, you know, he scores goals. So he's got more, you know, to his game than people don't look at, if you know what I mean. I don't think a lot of people look into that kind of side of his game, because, you know, we look at the goals and what Salah brings, but we don't look at the other side of the game as well, which is, you know, the importance of the game, which is, you know, being a team player. And I don't think enough people look into that, but we'll discuss it later. I want to talk about the Premier League, of course, and then we'll move on to Liverpool afterwards. As you can see, guys, please hit the likes and subscribe as well, and get in the comments, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm doing on all the platforms today, which is obviously YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and my personal account on Twitter X. So yeah, please go down there and look at that, man. Yes, Mr. JK. Let me just bring you in, man. Let me bring you in. Hopefully the microphone ain't as bad as last time, man. Because
it's clear now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
No, I have to stop the echo. You know what I mean? I had to stop the echo somehow, like on StreamYard, because they don't allow you. I don't know what it is, mate. Like, you should do the microphone the way you want to do it, but they make you do it the way they want to do it. It's madness, bro. It's madness. How you know, bro? How's everything, man?
Everything's good, bro. How yourself?
Listen, man. I'm living a dream, mate. I'm living a dream. We could be going to Anfield celebrating, inshallah, one day, hopefully. We're gonna put pressure on our football club, but, you know, hopefully.
No, but bro, you know, like in the last few games, after we had that sort of not a great week or so, I've just got this confidence in me.
Yeah.
Like Ipswich Town, I heard one or two people say, you know what, I'm a bit weary of the game tomorrow, this, that, and the other. And I was like, bro, we're gonna beat these teams. Like, we're gonna beat Ipswich. I just knew we were gonna beat them, and we did it. Got to be confident sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it was very impressive performance, to be fair, mate. The goal conceded was the problem for me, but other than that, I was impressed for the performance. You know, like, you need that fear factor in games, innit? Once you like get clean sheets and batter teams like 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, I don't think, you know, the other teams, they watch you, and and they get that fear factor, if you know what I mean, brother. They say like, oh, Liverpool's just beating everybody by 4 goals, 5 goals. There's no point capture them. You know what I mean, like that season we won the league, the people like, you know, teams didn't want to go after us anymore because we was too far ahead and was keeping a lot of clean sheets at the same time as well. But listen, it's something that's going to come eventually, hopefully, with the football club. It was just a goal from you know, a lot of substitutions, people marking the wrong player. You know, if the players were there from the first half, obviously through to the second half, maybe that goal would have it wouldn't have been a goal if Szoboszlai was on the pitch and the guys that got substituted, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I just feel like that was just like one sort of blunder.
Yeah.
If it was 1-0 and that happened, we would have been gutted. But I just felt like the way Tsimikas tried to clear it, it was just sort of spontaneous kick it. It doesn't matter where it goes, as long as it's not going near the goal. In that, no, I'm about the corner. The corner was the guy who scored the goal shouldn't have even been on the pitch, maybe.
Yeah.
So which game was it where Tsimikas did that? He let a goal in the other day where he was on the line, he kicked it out and they scored. What game was that then?
I don't remember, bro. I really don't remember. I'm watching so many games. It's my memory.
Bro. All right.
Yeah.
But he did that.
Well, listen, it looks like we will improve. It looks like we will improve. Like, I saw the players' reaction after that goal. It looked like they were really, really disappointed. And that's what I want to see, bro. I don't want to see players being happy. We can see silly goals, if you know what I mean. But yeah, let's go on the Premier League. As you can see, bro, I put the I know you probably, I don't know if you watch the games. I know sometimes I catch you off guard with that one, but I'll let you know in it.
Yeah, I watched a few of them.
Did you watch the Man City one and Chelsea?
Yeah, I watched bits and bobs of that. Chelsea got the goal strike first, and then Man City just took over.
What do you think of Chelsea, bro? Because I remember not so long ago, a lot of people like challenged me on it, and I said they're not title contenders. I don't think they were nowhere near. I said it's just a honeymoon period with the new manager. That's what I said. And not only that, these are the same players like last season and the season before that were playing for Chelsea and didn't do much, if you know what I mean. They were fighting in top 10 position or something like that. And, you know, I don't think things change that quickly. I said, like, when you got the likes of Sanchez in goal and the defense that they have, the midfield looks all right. But, you know, the Jackson guy up front doesn't do much either, apart from missing chances. They're not really title contenders. That's like an insult to the, you know, Premier League. If you're making a team like that, title contenders. I think gradually, if they keep this manager for the long term and they got a long-term project, maybe they will improve. But the thing with Chelsea is, let's see like how long this manager will last, because, you know, now people found him out and he's not winning those games that he's supposed to win anymore. So, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of time before they change their mind on him. And, you know, the Chelsea, because I remember in the beginning of the season, Chelsea fans saying, oh, we've got our Chelsea back. Now,
of
you know,
course, yeah.
Now, like, it looks like the other direction. They're back to where they were before. So, what do you think of Chelsea anyway, bro? Like, in regards, I don't know if you was one of the ones that saying they will challenge for the title.
Nah. What happened with me was, as soon as the media realised Liverpool are the sort of front runners, they wanted any team that's like just below them, the Arsenals, the Chelsea, whoever, even Forest. Are these genuine title contenders? You know, like these sort of titles that come out with. And ever since that Chelsea one came out, I went straight away, not for me. And look what happened since then. I tell you the truth, they haven't been great. So for me, I'm not. Chelsea lack experience on the pitch. All they've got is sort of young players. Enzo's in there, and that's about it. Sado, he's got a bit in him, but they're not like the Virgil Mo Salah experienced type of guys.
Your eyes, what do they actually need, bro? Like Chelsea, to be a genuine title contender, like you could take them seriously, if you know what I mean, bro. What do they need in their team to strengthen that?
They need like an old head, couple of old heads, like they had Thiago Silva, remember, like, and stuff like that. But for me, like, just a guy who's sort of been there, done it. Every team needs it, you know. Like Man City, Foden's like, you think Foden's still young, but Foden's played a lot of football. So I view him as sort of an experienced player now. Kevin De Bruyne, he's there. Gundogan's there. They're not been great this season, of course. But just in general, when you look at our team, you got Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Alisson. Out of the team, first 11, who are been there, done it, played for a long time type of guys. And Chelsea don't have that. And it always says experience, man. You got these experienced guys, they will take the steam out of a situation where the younger players will get themselves into.
100%.
You know, youth players, young players are going to be like, easy yellow cards here and there, red cards, you know. Experience.
It's all about corrupting players' minds, innit? With the young players, you could corrupt their mind, innit? Like, you know, go them into, you know, force them into yellow cards and all that stuff during games, and then they can't make any challenges. Prime example, the Arsenal game, when the guy Gomez, like, you're 11 men versus 10. What are you doing that tackle for, bro? You know what I mean? That was just, we'll talk about it later though, but I'm just giving you an example. Like, young players, like, you could corrupt their minds on all that stuff. But let's move on to City. What do you think of them? Like, they signed a few players, obviously. A lot of people are saying about them, you know, the only way Pep Guardiola can work is with money. We know both of us rate him as a manager, you know what I mean? But was that the only way they could get out of this rut they're in, Man City, to sign a few players to freshen up the squad?
Well, yeah, I think when you look at their squad, it's a good squad. The problem with them is they've only had Haaland up top. So if he's ever injured or whatever, missing for red card or whatever like this, who's going to play up front? Who's going to play? Kevin De Bruyne? Daku? So they had to bring this Mahmoud guy in, and he looked pretty lively against Chelsea. He had a goal disallowed offside. But I feel sometimes, like, when you look at Man City, is like they're right there now. Like, people were saying a few weeks ago, will they even qualify for Europe next season?
Exactly, mate. Yeah.
You know, and now look, they've sort of creeped back into it. When you look at the last 5 games, Premier League, they've done okay. Champions League results sort of put them back a bit, that 4-2. If they won that one and then won this one, you think, you know what, Man City, what they normally do around January time is kick on and sort of play good. But I'm not really worried about them at all. I'm not really worried about anyone, really, because for me, Liverpool is in our hands.
I've always said that, JK. The only team that could beat Liverpool is themselves. That's what I said. Now, not always, but, you know, recently I said that because we've got, you know, when you get those points ahead of everybody, it's very difficult for other teams to chase you because, you know, you put the fear in them, and, you know, that doubt they have as well, in it. Because if you got like 7-8 points clear of this second place, they have to rush their games to win, you know what I mean, JK? So a lot of mistakes would occur in the games, if you know what I mean. And this is why Arsenal are always finding it difficult to catch Liverpool when we drop points. You know what I mean? Imagine we didn't have those points. I think Arsenal would have run away with it. I honestly do. Because, you know, when the pressure is not on, you'll clear everybody else, if you know what I mean. And not only that, you know, with us, the reason we haven't actually run away with it, I looked at it the other day, is because of the new players that we have, JK. Like, they don't have that experience with the football club yet of winning. You know what I mean? So this is why we're not really running away with it as we should in normal circumstances. You know, like Konate was asked which team was the better team that you played with, this one or the ones before, and he said the quad team. You know what I mean? That was a better team because all round everybody was in tune. You know what I mean? And if that team was at that time the way they played right now, we would have run away with the league a long time ago. But yeah, it's like lack of experience, positional awareness, and you know, a few new players that's in the team that's, you know, not aware of like a lot of things around the Premier League. That's how I see it anyway. You know what I mean? If this is the reason I give us not running away with the league this season, because we had the opportunities. Don't get me wrong, JK. We've seen it. You know what I mean? We could have like been 12, 13 points clear at one stage. You know what I mean? If we like were on top form.
I reckon, but we've been looking in that way. The games where we sort of dropped points, Arsenal and Chelsea did as well. You know, the games where we drew, they drew as well. You know, so we've been looking in that way. But they always say in football, best thing to do in football, look after number one. Just get your results sorted. Everyone else can do what they want to do. But it's a blessing in disguise that they dropped points when we have, so it didn't hurt as much.
That's what. Let me just get to the chat and we continue. Obviously, Man City, in my opinion, they're slowly getting back to the European, obviously, stage of football, which is the top 4. I don't think. Obviously, they are threat. They'll be like way below that. But the thing is with Man City, I've always alluded to. Carl Walker used to get them out of trouble a lot of times, and they don't have that. That's why you could get at them right now. Because what Carl Walker used to do is be the third centre back for them, and anything that goes behind, he used to outpace everybody. You know that pace really is a fear factor for opponents. You know what I mean? If a guy is faster than you and he can defend at the same time, it's very you have that doubt in your head as a player to go and approach that player. So this is what they're missing. This is why Man City always concede goals now, because they don't have that in their team. And Edison doesn't look like the Edison that everybody was saying he's better than Alisson anymore, because he's facing a lot of shots. Sometimes I used to look at Man City, 0 shots on target in the first half, man. You know what I mean? They used to do this thing like in the first 10 to 20 minutes, they have to get the first goal. Once they get the first goal, the floodgates open and they get more. Now they don't have that anymore. They got that at the back. They need that pace back at the back, which they don't have. So now teams really can get at them. That's why Chelsea got the first goal the other day. That pressure they put on Man City coming forward and making them do that mistake led to the goal. So like I said, they used to manipulate everybody. Carl Walker was not a right back; he was more of a centre back. Now, what's happening right now at Man City, and I was never wrong about that. I said that for years. Look at the defense; he never crosses the halfway line too far. You never see him going outside and putting crosses in, because he can't. He's shit at crosses. You know what I mean? They made sure. Yeah, listen. This is why he overstayed. I mean, normal circumstances, Carl Walker should have left 2 seasons ago. He overstayed because they thought he still got that, the frightening pace, and now he hasn't got it. Where is he? Yeah, he's at AC Milan. There you go, people.
That's a mad one, When the season started, if you told me that by January he's going to face Milan, you'd be like, nah. Even playing in the Euros before Trent.
Yeah.
What's happened there? Like for me, Pep Guardiola, if he has a little ruckus with you, it could be Walker, could be Cancelo. Remember Cancelo? He's the best in the world.
The important goals that guy used to get. People forget that, how important he was as a left back.
He was quality. Even I wanted him at Liverpool. I thought, what a player. Then like something happened between him and Pep Guardiola as well. Yeah. So Pep Guardiola don't mess around, bro. Have you noticed? He don't mess around.
Managers not supposed to, if you look at Ferguson, you look at Klopp, you look at Shankly, you look at Paisley, you look at all the top manager, Mourinho's, you have a little row with them, you're gone. It doesn't matter the quality of player that you disrupt the squad somehow, you're gone. Next window you're gone. You're not going to be at the
exactly.
That's how you stamp your authority. You need that authority in teams, and this is what these top managers do, bro. That's what I said about Liverpool for years. That's what we've been missing. We got too many nice guys like Brendan Rodgers, Roy Evans. Too many nice guys in our football club, and it just didn't work. Roy Hodgson, you could say as well. It just didn't work. You need that ruthless side of a manager, man, in order for you, to stamp your authority. And not only that, players don't mess around with you. Look what happened to Saka. Is it Saka? Saka, yeah, at Liverpool. When he started mucking about with Jurgen, and what did Jurgen do? Got rid of him straight away. And a lot of people like that player. Don't forget, he used to say, "I'm a soldier for Liverpool Football Club," and everybody liked him. But yeah, you muck about with certain managers, especially the big managers. Listen, you're going through that door, and not only that, it's the psychological thing as well. The more you do things like that, like if you muck about, you're gone. It affects the whole team. JK. So the whole team wouldn't act like that. Like they know, don't mess with this coach. Don't fuck about with this coach, and otherwise you'll be gone. And that's what happened. And that's what happened to Cancelo. That's what happened to Sarko, and a lot of players in the past that don't last in teams. Some players don't even make it past the halfway through the season, do they, JK? They're out the window. They're at the club, in the next window, which is January.
Like a lot of people think, wow, this guy was such a good football player. What happened to him at Real Madrid? Or what happened to him at Liverpool? It's because what happened is their personality came with them.
Yeah.
And that means maybe Jurgen be like, you know what? The guy can play football, but he's a fucking idiot. Yeah. You know what I mean? So hence why I believe Klopp never really brought anyone who's going to rock the boat. Rest in peace, Elia. Like he never brought no one like that.
Nobody.
Sacco was there. Sacco, he had fight in him and stuff like that. But for me, I think he was a bit too, what's that word, man? Wasn't Klopp sort of cup of tea in that way of humour.
More of a fool, innit? Like mucks about a lot, and that's
Yeah,
what he
like
needs.
mucks around.
Players
You
to be
know?
serious. I mean, in their job and all that stuff. Yeah, you're spot on, bro. You are spot on. But yeah, with Man City, guys, they are gradually coming back, but it's gonna take them a while. To be fair, guys, you know, you have to like they bought a lot of attackers, but in the important areas, which is the DM, they haven't bought anyone to help them out because they're waiting for Rodri. He might be back probably soon. That's why they didn't buy anyone. Like ligament injuries, like you don't come back the same either. So you know what I mean? We're gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen with him when he comes back. Great player though. You know what I mean? He's the Ballon d'Or winner. He must be good at he must be good at his position if he's a Ballon d'Or winner. You know what I mean?
For me, if we bought him, Klopp would have had about another 3 Premier League titles and 3 Champions League titles.
Oh,
If
100%.
we brought him, what a player! For me, he's the one player I'd take from any other team in the Premier League before his injury. He's the guy. He would just suit. He would just fit into our team next to Gravenberch. Imagine that.
Oh,
If you play McAllister, oh, we're winning everything.
You know what's funny, bro? Like we had the opportunity to be the complete team a few times, and we didn't take that opportunity. I don't know why we do that. You know what I mean? Like when we was winning, I'm talking about. All we was missing is like 1 or 2 players just to make us the complete team, and we didn't do that. We let other teams catch us up, and then you know the rest is history. You got to take the opportunity while it's there, bro. You got to take it when it comes there. Don't muck about, and we did enough of mucking about, and it just destroyed us afterwards. I mean, but yeah,
I think when you're at the top,
Mhm.
you want to just stay there. The club's energy is better. Everyone's willing. Everyone's making more money. Everyone's going the right direction. That's what football's all about, you know. But if you're going to sort of mess around with the transfers, when you look, what's the date today? Is the 27th of Jan. We've got 5 days until the window closes, or 6 days. We are not doing nothing.
We ain't. I said that, didn't I? I said like we ain't gonna buy no one. So just don't waste your time, man. Just give up.
Don't waste your time. Like for me, the worst thing is the contract situation. No one's even talked about that yet, you know, or say, yeah, this is what's happening now with these guys. But you know, like how the owners are, they'll pull that news out 2 days before the window. So why?
You're already preparing yourself, isn't it? As a new signing.
Like, just be careful. Like, everyone's happy. Like, yeah, they've signed. They've signed.
I tell you why you're spot on. They tried that with the Zubimendi deal. What they tried to do is people like what we need to do, is just understand our owners. No, there's this old saying nowadays, like know your owners, and know your owners. He's 100% right what JK is saying. 2 days before the transfer window, they're gonna announce 3 players have signed a contract. Because why? There's not enough time to sign a player. You know what I mean? So you don't have to like be moaning about players coming into Liverpool Football Club. That's the whole point. That's what they do. They manipulate you. They corrupt your mind, and this is what they try to do with Zubimendi. They're so stupid. It made Zubimendi change his mind. Zubimendi was already wanted to come to Liverpool Football Club. What they try to do is take it to the last week of the transfer window. So once we sign Zubimendi, we don't have anyone else to sign because we don't have enough time to talk about someone else. Do you get what I'm saying, you guys? This is the business. This is the business style of our owners. That's what they do. But it failed because at that time, Zubimendi already thought of things, you know what I mean, to stay at Real Sociedad, and it was too late. You know what I mean? It messed up the whole transfer window. Imagine Zubimendi playing for us right now, what we could have done. You know what I mean? They don't want that. Ask JK. They don't want that. They don't want you, once they sign a player, early for you to ask for another player. That's the whole point. That's why they took it to the last week with Zubimendi. But it failed.
Exactly.
It's just dumb. Man, come on.
It's a clever way to do it. Don't get me wrong, but for me, like a lot of Liverpool fans weren't born yesterday. And what annoys me is that you can support the owners if you want, that's your choice. But at the end of the day, are they giving you the team you love the right equipment to use to get you success and that you end up being happy one day? That's what football's all about, being happy with your team, the result. You know what I mean?
If we win the league this season, and we don't, reinforce in the summer, that shows we was never wrong about, what we were been saying, because next summer we do need at least 3-4 players max, you know what I mean, to take us to the next level. Because from a point of success, what do? JK? What do you actually do when you have success in the Premier League or the Champions League? You know what I mean? You need to do a reinforcements, not right, to refresh the squad to take you to the next level, right? Which is dominance, right?
Exactly.
There's no one out there dominating at the moment, guys. If you think about Real Madrid, Man City, PSG, whatever team, Bayern Munich, no one's out there dominating. We are the only one that's dominating. So the mistakes that we made, like last season, the season before, the season before, the season, I could go on for so long. You got to learn from that because you don't need that anymore. Now you just push forward. Real ownership will push forward and make you win, consistently, because you learn from past mistakes. That's like I always say. But we're gonna see in the summer, guys. Honestly, we're gonna see in the summer, man. Hopefully, win the league first of all and the Champions League. Yeah, but the Arsenal game, man. What do you think of that sending off, bro? With Lewis Scully or whatever. That's how you say it.
Skelly. 2 yellows, yeah. No, straight red. Straight red.
The trip he did in the game. Well, before you get there, let me just go to comments, bro. Yeah. Joe Power says love Salah, but Mane all round game was better. Okay. Let's do the Chris Tucker there. Big up all. Salah for me. Okay, Steve. Big up to everybody, by the way. Big up John Conway as always, and Joe and Steve, of course. Big up JK from John. Big up John. Philip. Sorry. Big up, Mr. Steve. Like I was looking at something the other day. Yeah. When me and Ozzy did that stream. When we was discussing the preview, you know how many stuff came through in the game, man. It's crazy. Ozzy actually chose the 3 goal scorers.
You're right, yeah.
I was talking about the Gakpo crosses, isn't it? You just got to be in the right place. And look, what did Gakpo do? He set up Salah. Yeah, it was a good convo, mate. It was a brilliant convo. That guy is quality, man. People need to go and subscribe to him and follow him on the social medias, man.
Bless you and Abdul. Bless up, man.
Big up, Abdul, man. Big up, brother. Big up, Nick, as always.
Nick as well, yeah, man.
Yeah, when is there PSV? I'm expecting a lot of changes, guys. We're going to talk about it later. I can't have a lot of players playing lineup prediction. We'll do it tomorrow because I'll be back tomorrow. I'm off for 3 days, so we're going to be discussing that. One club makes 2-3 subs. Our players lose concentration. Klopp or is a slot? And we let silly goals. It means slot, innit? That's what it means. Yeah, it's true. I miss Klopp as well, Steve. Don't worry, mate. I miss Klopp. True, Don. I'll get to the messages, guys. I'm not skipping through. I'm just welcoming people in. City will finish at least third. Yeah. Listen, they're a good team. The quality, man. I mean, Uncle Roz, big up, Uncle Roz. Big up, Uncle Roz. Please subscribe to Uncle Roz. Hi, Fuzzy Jackie. How are you? We're good, Abdul. We're good, brother. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. So yeah, with this game, what did you think of the sending off? Because I thought it's harsh. You know what I mean? And it's Marco Oliver, bro. Like, it's the best referee in England. How do you struggle with making decisions like that, man? And not only that, you got VAR on top of that. It doesn't make any sense, JK.
I need to see I never seen the red card situation. I only see like highlights.
I could tell you. So what happened was, I think Arsenal was taking a corner, and Wolverhampton cleared it. So edge of the box, Miles Lewis Scully then he tripped up a play, like a tactical foul, like what Man used to do in the past on a consistent basis. And straight red, bro, just edge of the box.
Oh.
So he had the whole field, and there was players behind the ball.
Oh, I've seen it. I remember now. Yeah.
I'm saying, like, what the fuck? Like, what? That's a red card. And this is the best referee in England, by the way. And what I fail to understand is, what's the point of VAR if you can't make a simple decision and help the guy out?
Yeah, even if it's the team who don't want to win, what's right is right. You know what I mean? I think I remember the situation now. It wasn't a red card for me. I remember now. Yeah, wasn't a red.
Yeah, because like, if it's the other way around, JK, they've been saying, stop it, you're victims and all this stuff. That's what Arsenal fans were saying it. That's what they say. But we, like I said, we don't want to be handed Premier Leagues. We want to win it, in the right way. Obviously, we deserve to be where we are, but that like, it's madness, man. And I saw the Joe Gomez double yellow. It's just that the second one he did, that was more of a red card than Lewis Scully. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And what's he doing there? He was 0-0 when he got sent off. They scored like 4 minutes later. Like, what you doing, man?
It's madness, bro. Like, if you do it, like, you're in a relegation battle, you're making mistakes like that. And not only that,
Yeah.
you're facing 10 men, and you come on, man, come on. But Arsenal are grinding out results. You know, what I mean, they didn't have Odegaard, I think, and Saka in it, so they are grinding out results, and they are keeping it up with us, obviously at the top. But yeah, I honestly think Liverpool is just gonna blow everyone out the water. I think we've hit form now, bro. I think the little blip is gone. You know, the draws and that.
Mm-hmm. But the winter cold days, you know what I mean? It was cold as anything, and like the team was playing like that. But the thing is, bro, not the craziest thing is, even though we had that sort of blip, we lost to Tottenham in the first leg of a League Cup semi-final, you know, so it's okay. It's okay. I think a lot of people were drama queens with the situation. A lot of fans, will anyone catch us up? Now we dropped points to Newcastle and we drew to Fulham. We were playing with 10 men against Fulham. We were away to Newcastle, winning the game 3-2. Made a little mistake. They scored. It happens in football, you know. Blessing, Ante. Hope you're cool, bro.
Yeah, blessings, Fuzzy.
Big up, Nalante.
Big up, Fuzzy.
The right way, man. Nalante, right? Is that how you say it?
That's all good, Fuzzy. Good. First time. Appreciate you for having me on. Much blessings to you. Much appreciated. And all I've got to say is to JK, not a mercy.
Not a mercy. Yeah, you gotta do that sound. Yeah, it was like that horn sound.
That was good, Fuzzy. But yeah, sorry, I'll let you guys continue what you're saying anyway.
We're just talking about the Premier League. We're talking about that Lewis Scully red card. I don't know if you've seen it. It was a weird red card, mate. Absolutely weird.
100%. 100%.
What kind of? This is the best referee in the country, and he referees like that. Not only that, where is the actual VAR guys? Like, when are they gonna start using that? You know what I mean?
Fuzzy, it's just weird. They brought VAR for a reason, and they've got people in the system who are, again, we're just gonna, if I was on camera, I'll put my hands up in the air, especially trained officials that have been trained, they've got the qualification badges, and you can't sort out simple, basic errors like on Saturday, then what is the point? What is the point? And it's not the first time, you know? The only thing I would say is, again, with football, whether it's a football player, referee, I get it, but I condone any violence or threats and, you know, stuff to wish them. That is disgusting. And unfortunately, they're just football fans. Unfortunately, I just like that. And that I just don't condone at all.
You're spot on, bro. You're spot on. Newcastle won by 3-1. I think Southampton was leading this game as far as I'm aware. Yeah, they scored the first 10 minutes. Yeah, Southampton's going to get relegated this season, guys. I don't think they'll be coming back. Isak, guys, would you have him at Liverpool? Would he be a Liverpool type of player, really? Would you take him, JK? And
that's the 100 million plus question. You know, you're talking 100 minimum, I believe. His finish against us, like, wow, like what a finish. Thing is with football is this. Some guys can be great at one club and not so great at the next club they go to. Coutinho, a lot of players have gone on to a bigger stage in their career, they think, and they haven't sort of done it. Salah's one, he did it. He was at Roma, came to us. Mane, Southampton came to us. So Isaac right now is third highest scorer in the league. For me, he will be a top player for us if he brings that form he's got at Newcastle to us. He's a good little footballer as well. And him and Gordon link up pretty cool. Good player, but the money they want, I think there could be other options available. But when money's no question, there's like no problem about the money. Yeah, Isaac would be one guy I'll probably have a look at.
100%. What about you, Nalante?
Prem proven. Prem proven.
Hey, Fuzzy, all I've got to say is sign this guy up, man. For me, he's the best striker in the Premiership at the moment. I rate him more than Haaland. And VVD is the only game that I've seen this season 3-3 where VVD had trouble. He had trouble against Isak, and he can hold up, he can link pace. Look at, Fuzzy, guys, in the chat, big up the chat, big up Abdul as well. Listens to you, sir. Look at the first goal, the touch, golden touch, bang. Mate, imagine if he's in our team. We are cooking.
Yeah.
Mate, listen, there'll be quadruples, trebles, and I'll be in a bit OTT every season, bro. He is, mate, honestly.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I think he's fantastic. You know what I mean? But I'm more. I don't know if JK told you, I'm more of the guy who used to play for Man City that plays for Atletico Madrid now.
Oh, Alvarez. Yeah, I like him as well. I've always liked him.
The reason I say Alvarez is because we play certain way in it. Arne Slot plays similar to Klopp, doesn't he? So Arne Slot wants a guy he could play as a number 9 and could play as a number 10. And I don't think Isak can do that. I don't think he's more like I don't think he's that type. I think he's more like a goal scorer, if you know what I mean, guys. With Alvarez, he could play across the front three, and he's clinical as well when he's in front of goal. And he could play as a number 10 as well, and he could take set pieces. So when you got all that in one player, that's the type of player that we need. You know what I mean? Because it's the type of games you play. You know what I mean, guys? So if it's a game we need a striker, he could be a striker. If it's a game we need a Firmino type, he could be a Firmino type. You know what I mean? This is what you need. This is it's like a Swiss knife, isn't it? Someone that could do a lot. So that's why I'm more of an Alvarez guy than any other player, because I'm telling you guys, if we could give them Darwin Núñez plus cash, a little bit cash, I think Darwin Núñez will kill it in Spain, because the pitches are different. The way they play is different. The La Liga is not as strong as it used to be anymore, is it, guys? If you think about it, and he'll have more time to think on the ball. He'll have he have more goals basically in that league. So if we can swap both of them some way and plus cash, I think we'd be laughing at everybody else if we get Alvarez through that door, guys. Because like I said, if you need the perfect striker for Liverpool, Alvarez is the one, man. And I'm standing by that, honestly. I love Isak. He could get you the goals, but the all-round play, you know what I mean? The first line of defense, the guy that can drop deep, the guy can go out wide. I mean, he doesn't do all that stuff. He just does what a goal scorer is supposed to do, if you know what I mean? And I don't think Arne Slot wants that. I think he's more of a Klopp kind of manager, which needs a guy who could do both, if you know what I mean. But you could listen. It's up to you what you guys think. But I think Alvarez is the one. And don't think sometimes when I talk about Alvarez, everybody talks about the rivalry. I don't have Man City rivalry. I mean, we used to buy players from each other. We used to, in the 90s, Phil Neal. I don't know if you guys know Phil Neal, JK. I don't know if Nalente knows Phil Neal.
Phil Neal. Yeah, of course, man. Legend. Yeah.
Decorated Liverpool player.
Yeah.
I mean? And he was the caretaker manager. People don't know that. Steve McMahon plays for them. You know what I mean? And a lot of players from Liverpool went down. The McManaman, Fowler. So we don't have that rivalry with Man City. So if people are having that doubt, get rid of that. I don't see Man United is my rivalry. Everton, that's my rivals. You know what I mean? I don't see Man City as that. Yes, Pep Guardiola and Klopp went head to head domestically and Europe, but they're not really. I don't see Man City as that. Man City just buy stuff. You know what I mean? They bought titles. They're not doing it in a genuine way. So even when they win titles, I think we have more people with our League Cup parade than their Champions League, Premier League parade. You know what I mean? So yeah, Alvarez, I'm telling you guys, just study it. Look at what I'm saying. I guarantee you'll be impressed, man, because I think he's the one. He's the one that we need the most. I honestly think that. But yeah, the rest. But what are you guys thinking, anyway? You could freestyle, whatever you guys want to do. Do you agree, disagree, or?
Alvarez, for me, he went for big money. So whatever they want to do, they probably want to double that at least, or get a quarter more, or whatever it is. 110, 115. I think he's only been there how long? 6 months.
Yeah.
So for me, that would be no way we'll be able to get him. I think he would come to Liverpool if he had a chance. I think he probably thinking, you know what? I was at Man City. Haaland was the number one guy. I'm not going to replace him. Stop that. I'm going. Where he probably, if he came to Liverpool, he'd be like, yeah, I could be number one here. So there's a guy at Feyenoord who's scoring goals as well.
Yeah.
Is it Jimenez? No, his name is.
Jimenez. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He's scoring goals, and he knows Slot. And Slot knows him.
Did he play for Slot?
Yeah.
It was a year. He's out and out number 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's another name who I would probably think, you know what, he's doable.
Yeah.
He's easier probably to sign than Isaac and say, the lad from Atletico Madrid, Alvarez. So I'll probably look at him. But it also depends on what we're going to do with Jota and Darwin in the summer. I think Jota, looking at his career with us, hasn't won enough.
Nope.
Top player.
That's what you got to look
more
at.
than fit.
That's what you got to look at, innit? What has he's been here, was it 4 years? 5 4 years? What has he done? What's his CV at Liverpool?
Yeah.
There you go. What carry
League
on?
Cup, this and the other. Yeah, just like for me, Jota, I really feel sorry for him because I really like him when he's playing for Liverpool. Same as Darwin. I like Darwin. Like I like his energy, but he just don't run smoothly for them two guys in certain ways. But we're lucky enough that we've got other attacking guys who can probably fill in there. You got Gakpo, Diaz can play in the number 9. You know, in that way we're very lucky that we've got that sort of access to them type of guys who can play sort of different positions. And I think if Jota was fit 24/7, he's our number 9.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of fans will be cool with that. I'll be cool with that. The guy can score, guy can assist, the guy can dribble, get stuck in. But his injury record recently in the last year or so, boy, not good.
Not good at all, man. You're spot on. You are spot on. What about you, Nalante? What do you think of that? Like what I said about Alvarez and Isak and the guy from final that you guys are talking about?
So I hear what you're saying about Alvarez, but I just feel with Alvarez, as good as he are, I prefer Isak over Alvarez. And my thing is, we've got our 10s. We've got, I mean, again, Sobo, Elliot. Although some people want Elliot gone, I don't know why. But I mean, Sobo technically, I mean, he can there, and then McAllister can be there. So I don't think we need Alvarez for that, and we've got our wingers in that sense. So as good as Alvarez, I just think we just need that stone cold killer. And Isak is the guy, and yes, Fuzzy, yes, Alvarez can play across the front, but Isak can drop in if needs be, and he'd be like, look at what already he's feasting in Newcastle. Can you imagine in our team what he'd be feasting on? Jeez,
yeah.
It'd be disgusting. But again,
I'm not gonna argue with that though. So
Fuzzy, I mean, but either or, I don't think any one of us or the chat will complain if we got bought one of them. I don't think any of them would be moaning. We'd be like, yeah, we'd be rubbing our hands. So yeah,
spot on. Everton is back in form, guys, already, man. What's going on? Before we face them as well. Oh,
Moisey, man, what's he doing?
That
guy, man.
You know what I mean? You know how difficult is that Brighton, guys, to beat them there? Goodness gracious me, man. Before
2 out of 2 for him.
Yeah.
2 out of 2 for Moisey. You know what? In a weird way, I prefer that they're winning now than losing, meet Liverpool, beat them, if you understand my point. You know what I mean? That sort of nonsense goes on in the world of football. So for me, them winning is cool. Let's just go and just sort them out from last season's nightmare we had against them. For me, that should be that would be my team talk. If I'm Virgil, captain, hey lads, remember what happened here last season? Let's get revenge on that game. Yeah.
Be more physical, innit, guys? I mean,
exactly. Mentally prepared, like the Man United game at Anfield. We weren't mentally prepared for that game. It was just too strange. It was like when we're mentally prepared, we just control the game. We didn't do that in the United game. And in the Everton game, it's going to be the same. Where the opposition fans hate us, and they're going to be loud. And it's at Goodison, you know. It's the last game at Goodison, the last derby at Goodison. Let's do it that we beat them there. That is, for me, perfect.
Yeah, spot on. Abdul says, you guys are wonderful and fantastic Liverpool fans. Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Nice one, man.
No, blessings always.
Yeah. I got these guys around me. To me, they're the best. So it's all good, man. It's all good. Abdul says, we need obviously central defensive midfielder. We need to resolve the contract with Trent, Virgil, and Salah. 100%. I agree with that.
100%. That's all we need to do right now. What he just wrote there. That's exactly what we need to do right now. Nothing else. Just get them things done there. We are sorted. We get one guy in, just one guy even, and get them all them 3 contracts signed. Yeah, cool. We'll take that.
100%. Mane is all rounder. Salah is a goal scorer. Okay. I put a poll up there, innit, guys? There's something that was going around social media yesterday, and End's done a stream about it. So
Oh yeah,
I was just asking about like both players. We'll discuss it at the end. We'll discuss it.
yeah. Sure, we'll leave that. We'll part that. That's fine.
We bring our own thoughts to it. You know what I mean? Because you know, like normally people say Salah runs away with this, but you know, some people object to that. You know what I'm saying? For the FSG signing players next summer after next summer. LOL. Yeah, it's true. That is true. That is true. Bournemouth, Everton, goal 9 clear. The title is pretty much won. Yeah, I agree, Trudon, 100%, brother. I've got no doubt about that. Big up, Luca, man. Big up. But yeah, guys, keep the comments coming in. Don't worry, I'm not skipping through it. We're gonna read it as we talk about, you know, Mane and Salah at the end. So yeah, just keep the comments coming in. Chat to get to each other as well, man. That's what it's all about, guys. You know, Bournemouth, yeah. It's pissing me off, you know, like the teams that we're going to be facing, all of us going to form, you know what I mean? Because we got Bournemouth, then we got Everton after that in midweek. This is crazy. Like, we struggled to beat Nottingham Forest there. We dominated the game, don't get me wrong, but 5-0 at Bournemouth, man. What are you doing to me, man? What do you think of this game, guys? Like, can we like get a win or what, man? Because Bournemouth is on fire at the moment, Nalante.
Well, I mean, Fuzzy, I mean, yeah, they're cooking Areola. He's cooking something, man. Wherever he's putting on that spice at down Bournemouth, it's working, man, because he got some good plays, man. I mean, Clive Otuara and even what's his name? Ivalizon. I probably pronounce his name wrong, the Brazilian striker. But listen, he's injured and he's still cooking. Yeah, man. And you know, Lewis Cook as well. He played out of position, I think, against Forest. There, man, look. And Semenyo, my Ghanaian brother, he's cooking as well. I mean, yeah, man, listen, but you know what, Fuzzy? I'm not bothered about it. You know why? Because we will step our game up, and Slot will put that in no stone unturned to the players. And as good as Bournemouth feel, if we raise our level, we'll beat them. We will beat them.
100%.
So I think we'll beat them. You know, I really do. I know it's over there, and they're beating City, they're beating Arsenal.
Yeah.
I mean, Spurs is not even their conquest anymore. How dead they are, but
Sure.
yeah, I think we'll do them. I think we'll beat Bournemouth.
Big up, brother. Well, what about you, JK? Are you afraid?
Oh no, never. When it goes to Liverpool and going into this like sort of run we need to win the Premier League, I'm not going to take no like negative sort of feelings into any game. Like look at Kanate. I'll give you an example. Kanate, when he plays football, a bit negative. What happens? He makes mistakes. Kanate in the last 20 minutes the other day, he sort of secured that win. So when he's like confident, and that's the way I like to play football and think about football in a confident manner. We're not like Everton, Man United, Arsenal, even. You know, we're not that team. We're Liverpool. Yeah, I'm confident about that game. Bournemouth away, we do sort of well there. We do well there. And for me, Clover, he's sort of just sprung out of nowhere. Like his dad was great. And I was always thinking, is his son any good? Like, I'm waiting for this guy to be like his dad, like show us a bit of magic. And in the last month or so, the guy just sprung out of nowhere. He's on form. Watch him. We'll be okay then.
Do you know people like don't see this, but he's under the radar at Bournemouth? It's Tyler Adams. Look at the assists, guys. Look at the assists.
Oh yes, the defensive DM. Yeah.
People that are not looking at like how important he is, what he's changed. Don't forget, this guy was meant to go to Chelsea, didn't he? Before Caicedo, like when they resigned to losing Caicedo to us.
Yes,
as I remember.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You look at him in that midfield, and this is why they're better in this season. Tyler Adams is, Tyler, I think he's the USA captain, isn't he, as well? So he's got that leadership in that midfield, if you know what I mean, guys. And he changed a lot in the actual, breakup play and the progression going forward towards the opposition goal as well. So look, 2 assists already, and not many people are talking about him. Clive is doing good, obviously, scoring the goals and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people are talking about Tyler Adams, guys.
Tyler Adams, like his name was getting mentioned. 12 was talked about him a few times. He was at Leeds, yeah.
Yeah, the same one, USA International. Yeah.
I didn't know too much about the guy, so I couldn't say, let's go and get him and stuff. But I feel when you look at him, he's made Bournemouth do well this season. He's been involved, him and Clive, for example, and even the guy who got a hat trick, Otara, he just got thrown in because the guys that Milante mentioned all injured. Then almost they've got 2 strikers in front ahead of him. He comes in there and scores a bloody hat trick. Like, come on, man. But for me, that game, I'm not giving them no respect. I'm just going straight in there, clean sheet, get the 3 points. Ciao.
I think like if we win like 8 games from now to the end, I think we'll win the league. You know, I honestly think that because people are saying about 13 games, but you're forgetting Arsenal could drop points.
And they will, and he will.
Go on, Nelante, go on, bro. You're gonna say something?
No. I was just agreeing, and I agree with that. To be honest, Fuzzy, they will. And on chat, Fuzzy, JK, we will be there. We will be there to discuss. We will be there to laugh. We will be there to cook them. That fraud cone man. I called him. I don't even call him Arte. I called him cone man because he's the fake Pep. He's the fake back. He was picking cones in Man City, and somehow they gave him a contract. And what does he do with that contract?
You know what it is, Nelante? Like, think about it this way, yeah. If Arsenal wins the league, that's the biggest laughing stock ever, Arsenal. Let's just be honest here. 5 years you've been trying, innit? Spending over like 700 million, or close to 8. And a guy comes in one season and thinks you, does you. Like, that must be the most embarrassing thing ever. Forget about bottle drops. That's worse than bottle drops, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Anything worse than bottle drops. But yeah, I'm afraid of Bournemouth guys. I mean, they're doing well, but from what I've seen of us in the last few games, I think we're starting to hit form now. We're dominating possession, and we're more camped outside the opposition's box, if you know what I mean, guys. So we're doing passes just around there, and if you see the back line, like we're in this, you know, the opposition half. We're not really in our half anymore. So the way we're playing at the moment, if we keep doing that in the till the end of the season, I think we will definitely win the league. 100% win the league. I've got no doubt about that. We just got to continue that form into the Bournemouth game, and it's like JK said, we've got a great record against Bournemouth as well. So we just got to keep going. And I mean, sometimes like although the team is doing well, that's a distraction sometimes into teams. But we've got to look at ourselves. Are we better than this team? Can we, in normal circumstances, can we beat this team? Yes. How many of those players can get into our squad? None. So just play that way. You know what I mean? Just play as the better team, and you got something to fight for, especially the league. So yeah, if we beat them, we beat Everton in midweek after that, I think the title is done, guys. I don't think there's any way back for Arsenal, to be fair. Yeah, but Bournemouth is a good team. Let me just put it that way. Yeah, Man United won yesterday, guys. I couldn't believe it. Fulham let me down, man. What a shame. What a shame, man. And they had a goal disallowed as well, Man United, at the end. Yeah. West Ham won. Aston Villa, I think if you look at Aston Villa, guys, I think the same as Newcastle last season. If you remember Newcastle.
Yeah, they fell off a bit.
This league, they struggled, didn't it? You can't balance both. It's impossible. Tottenham is Tottenham, innit? 1-0 up, and then second half, 2 straight, like 2 goals conceded. Like, I don't know, man. Ange is on the verge of getting sacked, in my opinion. And Brentford won away at Crystal Palace. I was shocked at that one. I thought Crystal Palace would do pretty well. But yeah, but Brentford is Brentford, isn't it? They can play anyone. But let's look at the league, and then we'll just move on to Liverpool, guys, and just discuss that only. As you can see, guys, we're still top of the league. I don't think anyone's going to catch us. 22 games already. If we get to 25 games, still like with this lead or slightly more, it's over. It's over 100%, man. In the top 4, do you think Nottingham Forest is going to be there, guys, or are they going to drop off eventually?
Don't drop off for me. Don't drop off.
Yeah, I think so, man.
I reckon with that result, 5-0, anything can happen now.
Let him mercy.
Let him mercy. Yeah, I'm
yes.
Let him mercy.
I've got you covered, man. Don't worry. I was watching Beijing Barnes, you know, the Friday night show they do, and they had a Jamaican guy called Lex or something like that.
Lexus. Yeah.
Enz was just like, he was just winding them up, man. Each time he's talking, you can see him getting upset. He was about to leave it on the live stream. Oh man, Enz was just cracking me up. I was telling Enz, relax, bro. Relax. man. Don't wind him up. He's gonna lose it in a minute. Oh man, it was a good show. It was a very good show, man. I recommend people to go back and watch that. It was funny, man. Beijing Barnes' channel. Yeah, but yeah, guys, listen. If we don't win the league from here, man, I think it's a travesty, in my opinion. Honestly, like it's unforgivable. Honestly, I can't imagine any bottle jobs worse than that. Because don't forget, like we've been top of the league all season, and we drop off. Oh man, I don't know if I could ever show my face again after that.
Don't worry about that. We like for me, I'm not going to go overconfident, but we're winning this league. It's just in the way we're sort of handling games and stuff. The pressure, we sort of seem a bit more chilled. For me, what Nalante would like to see is a bit more rest time for people like Salah, Gravenberch, and say Virgil within that time as well. But other than that, we're going to win it, bro.
What about you, Nalante?
You know what, Fuzzy? I mean, I want to say it. I do want to say it. I want to say what you, JKM, I want to say it, but from what's happened in previous seasons, I'm just quietly cautious. I just want them mathematically, like, it's done.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. That's what I want. It's just that because of other seasons been burnt, you know, last season we were there, we dropped off at the end, which was annoying. And it started from them scumbags at Toilet Trafford that you know, made us drop off and we just lost it. So I just want to get there, and even if we beat Bournemouth, even if we beat Everton, I just need to wait a little bit, just get to the Easter March time, and then there. But that's just me. I'm cautious with it, but it's exciting times right now. It's exciting times.
United scummed a win like Stoke. Yeah, it's madness, bro. Like, I can't believe what Fulham done the other day, man. I was upset with them, really upset with them. I was like, why are you doing that, man? You should beat them. Yeah, I agree, guys. Like, I agree with both. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be too overconfident, and I don't want to, put too much pressure on the players. You know what I mean? Because the last thing we want to do is put pressure on our players, and all of a sudden, when it's important games to win, we're gonna start losing them or drawing them or something like that. Because in the modern day, guys, draw is as good as a loss. You know what I mean? If you draw, you drop points. The other team capitalize, and it's as good as a loss, man. So we can't draw too many. We can't draw too many. But yeah, let's move on to Liverpool, guys. What do you think of the game, JK, against Ipswich? Especially this guy scoring the first goal.
Mm-hmm. Like for me, that say the last bit again, could you, bro? What did you say at the end?
No, I said, what do you think of the game versus Ipswich, especially Szoboszlai scoring a goal? Because a lot of people have reservations with Szoboszlai, innit? They say, he's letting the team down. He should be doing more than what he should. I thought he's sort of getting into being one of the best midfielders that we have.
He's getting into the groove. Because ever since that Tottenham 6-3 game, the guy's been on fire. He's sort of clocked in that he's playing for Liverpool. He's a big player and he needs to do his part. And I think he sort of did that since the Tottenham 6-3 match. His first goal, beautiful. I like the way he just sort of brought it in. Ciao, bang. He can do that. He just needs to do it more often. And at the end of the day, I always say, like, people like Gravenberch, he was getting dissed when he came to Liverpool. Oh, why did we buy him and this, that, and the other and stuff. People don't give other players, fans don't give players time sometimes. And it's a bit embarrassing. The guy's probably had problems off the field. It could be anything, why he ain't settled in straight away. It's going to take time sometimes. But Szoboszlai in the last month alone, it just looks like he's clocked in on playing for a big team now.
Yeah, 100%. What about Nalante? What do you think of him, bro, as a player? Because I always thought, Liverpool don't buy these type of players. You know what I mean? Like a De Bruyne type, that dominant players. Because that's what he is. If you look at his background, when he was playing for, Leipzig, and obviously when he plays for Hungary and things like that, he's a dominant player that leads the team and does more than what he does for Liverpool at the moment. You know what I mean? Which he's getting better at. What do you think of him, bro?
To be honest, when we got him, I was quietly satisfied with it. And obviously he started last season, as you know, guys. He started on the fire. house on fire till December, and then the drop off was just huge. And then starting this season, obviously new manager, new role. People say more of a 10. Again, he struggled a bit, and luckily it coincided with Elliott injured, and then Curtis Jones had some good games in and there. So there's a lot of doubts. And then, as JK rightly put, since the Tottenham game, he's been on point. He's been on point. But what is Sobosai? What I would think, and again the chat, and then you two can just reply. What would you think about? I don't know. I feel as good as he's being on form, no question about. I think it could be a bit better if we do role reverse. So basically, Sobo next to Grav and Mac as the 10. Because I think Sobo's energy is more of an 8. He's more running power to power up, to receive the ball, to transition, to run up. And then obviously, he's a shooter. He's getting his shots back. I think it's more suited to us. And he's more of a tracker back, if that makes sense. In that sense, he can track back his man in a sense than McAllister.
Yeah.
In that sense.
With me, I think he's the number 10, bro. I've always said
Okay.
that because it's what his background is, isn't it? What I said about Szoboszlai when people were having a go at him is like, if you take away a lot from a player that's creative, it's very difficult for them to find their spot in the team. Because when he was at Leipzig and when he plays for Hungary, he's a set piece specialist as well as number 10.
Yeah,
he goes around the pitch, and creates chances, takes long range shots and all that stuff. He's not a donkey like Henderson. He's not that guy.
No.
We tried to turn him into that. We shouldn't be turned him into that. That was just an insult in his ability. But as to your question, I think he's playing in the right position. It's just with confidence, he will get there eventually. Because you know what I like about him, bro? He scores goals with both foot. He's not a one-footed guy. Like you saw it the other day, cut inside. Normal circumstances, he passes to Salah, right? That's what he does.
Yeah,
true. He goes to cut in and be more brave. Don't worry about passing to Salah and slot it there with his left foot, and the goalkeeper had no chance. There's more to come, in my opinion, and I discussed this with Ozzy the other day. JK was there on the chat when we were speaking about him. I said, with some players, the issue is sometimes they're too shy, especially when they're young, innit? He's only 24. When he came, I think it was 23, 22.
Yeah, 22, 22, probably. Yeah, he's still young. Yeah,
he's got all that. He's the next to Salah's throne and all that stuff. Let's just be realistic here, guys. Salah ain't gonna be here the next 5 years, is he? So
no,
he will be the next leader in the team. So now gradually he's getting into positions that he's been more frightening. Because his physique says it as it is. Because you talked about McAllister playing that role. What I like about McAllister is his ball retention, in midfield. He wins the ball back. Nobody looks into that. I think people just look at McAllister as a number 10 and all that stuff, but it's the way he wins the ball back and passes it forward quick. That's what I like him in that midfield. As soon as he gets the ball, retains the ball, he passes it quick to the striker, and we get a goal after that. That's something Szoboszlai is not good at. That's not his kind of game. Not only that, is his physical presence in that number 10 role that's important for me, because not only can he pass to Salah or the striker, he could head the ball as well. If you would have used out ball and someone could header it on, if you look at that Spurs game like you guys alluded to earlier, he could do things like that. I don't think McAllister can do things like that. So his all-round play will come together eventually, Szoboszlai. It's just we'll have to be patient. And the confidence that's missing from him at the moment. Well, it's coming. If you look at him in the last few games, it's coming. Eventually, he will be, the player that we all want him to be. Which is a leader on the pitch that's going to take responsibility and score more goals than. I think he's the top scoring midfielder that we have with 4 goals this season as well. So, and he's got 4 assists, I believe. So, he's working towards it. But like I said, I prefer him than McAllister in that number 10 role, because I honestly think there's more to come. I honestly think he's the most talented out of midfielders as well. If it all comes together, in my opinion, anyway. I don't know what you.
I just think, Fuzzy, regarding Sobo, you made some valid points about him, but I just feel that when McAllister and Grav in the midfield, sometimes our midfield gets bypassed quite a few times through the middle, and sometimes Grav is by himself, and McAllister he's good at, you're right, but sometimes he's lack of awareness around who's running by him, and that's not his fault. Sometimes he kind of fails him, and sometimes midfield we do get cut through, and then Grav is by himself, and then it's onto the defense. And I just feel with Sobo, he's got more and there's, I'm just saying, more defensive awareness in that pivot
Yeah.
to be able to track them around that. And then, yes, you're right with McAllister, but he can push, he can run, he can start the move, he can push the ball forward with power and pace. And for me, in that, if he was in the 6, that would be brilliant. And yeah, he can get his chances. Obviously, Gravel sit, and the McAllister, although he can't do what Sobol, but Sobol can't do what Matt does. He just neatly, you know, just knit it through, just more in terms of the ball retention, in terms of
I
just
think he
this.
can. I think he can,
You
bro.
reckon? Okay.
If you watch
Okay.
back in his career, he can do that. It's just like I said. Imagine like you're coming to a team like that's got stars, that's won it all. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to step on their toes, do you? You don't want to be, you know, getting in there, taking their roles. On that's what he's at the moment. But like I said, once he gets his feet under the, he's only 24, bro. He's just turned 24, so he's got a long way at Liverpool, man. So once he gets his feet underneath the table and he's more confident and he's more of a leader, you're gonna see more of what you want to see out of him. I think he could take a shot, he could create chances, he could take. You see his set pieces. You know what I mean? Even his corners are better than Trent and Robertson, but he doesn't take enough, in my opinion, and all that stuff. So, yeah, I think with time, I'm telling you, mate, there's more to come from this player. I've got no doubt about it. But I can see where you're coming from. But the thing is, bro, like if you think about it, isn't it great to have that option? I mean, so when we get the right, you know, players through the door eventually, hopefully in the summer, we could have those moments playing McAllister as a number 10, Soboslai probably playing different roles and all that stuff. You know, it can happen. You know what I mean? Because that can be the future. You know what I mean? Once the team is comfortable of like into winning trophies and all that stuff, if you know what I mean. But the thing at the moment is we ain't got strength and depth. You know, the first 11 and that is it. You know what I mean? So I agree with you. Sometime in the future, we should try different things that can make us win games that's tight and all that stuff. I agree 100%. Big up, Dara. Do you guys? This is like I think this is new. I've never seen this.
Yeah, Dara's from our
yeah, we
crew,
know
yeah.
Dara. Yeah, bless up Dara. Yeah, he's in
one
our
of us boys.
one of us.
Top
Yeah,
guy.
big up.
Matt Red, big up to the panel, of course.
Bless man.
Big up, Mr.
Big
Red.
up, big up,
Cedric, a long timer. Salute to Cedric. Mr. Lopez, la cariño, cariño.
Bless Cedric.
So,
How's you cool, man?
with Soboslai, JK, did you like the sequence that led up to his goal, the way Konate part? Because you know a lot of people, guys, I'm talking to both of you, sorry, and the chat, of course. Not a lot of people give Konate credit for his passing ability. You know, like they think like think like he's brain dead or something, but he's got more to his game. If you looked at that pass through tight areas, he passed to Soboslai. Soboslai, turned in and slotted with his left foot. It's the sequence before that, isn't it? How it led to that, and not a lot of people give Konate credit for that, JK.
I think that's one thing I've realized his game the other day. His passing is actually him, and I've been bigging up Kwanzaa recently. I think Kwanzaa, when he's got the ball, he plays nice passes into the midfield, through the middle, bang, carry on. And I think maybe they've been doing that in training with Slot. Konate, at the end of the day, we look at Konate as a big sort of centre back who gets stuck in type of guy, But these guys can play ball. Sometimes we don't think these guys can do, like, look at Virgil's passing, for example. He's one of the best in the business up from the back. And seeing Konate's pass to Szoboszlai and the way he sort of just took in, bang. Beautiful. Good goal.
100%, bro. Big up, Wild Dead Wolf, man. Big up, bro. Big up.
Long time no see, man.
Yes, everybody's in the house now. Endo improving. Endo, man.
Bless Preston as well.
Yeah.
Guys,
this guy is an incredible player, man. Absolutely incredible player. Like one stage I said, sell him, man. Just sell him. Get the money so we could spend it on someone. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
But I'm truthful to myself. I don't really,
Yeah.
I gotta be real. Sometimes I think to myself, like, if we can't, spend this. Sometimes you got to sell your assets to get that, younger players in. You know what I mean? That's how I saw it. But listen, how I regret it, man. This guy this season, mate. Like, it's mad, bro.
I never ever contemplate.
That.
Go on, Fuzzy.
The middle one. But carry on, JK.
No, I was gonna say I never ever since they've signed for us, Salah, Virgil, or even Alisson said, we should sell them. Let's move on or whatever. Even now, right now, even though they're aged, I'm keeping Salah. I don't care. A half good Salah from this season, next season, we're still doing good. Why? Capco's there. You got the other guys who might come in. So for me, Salah is playing next level football right now. Wow, big up, big respect. Shows you just how like when you're sharp mentally, physically, your health and everything really important. You can play for a very long time. Hence why I'm not bothered about how long we offer Salah a contract for. Um, Offer him the wages as well. You know, Kevin De Bruyne gets 400 grand a week at Man City. He's got the best player for them for the last years he's been there. You know, for me, Salah, the money don't make no difference to me because at the end of the day, our owners are not buying anyone.
Yeah.
So, okay, pay these guys the extra wage they want. Keep them at the club then.
100.
Let's do that. That's where the horn comes now, bro.
What about you, Nalate?
Mr. Mo, the Egyptian king, Mo Salah, Mo Salah, Mo Salah, the Egyptian king, like, you know, brilliant Mo. But yeah, look, Mo is just doing his thing, and I think again, it all depending, and again, we're annoyed by these FSG Richard Hughes. You need to, I don't know what he's doing, daydreaming or being, you're looking at the Sir Kenny's like stadium, just standing in the middle pitch and just not moving. I mean, I don't know what are you doing, Bridget. Like, just get the damn contract signed. We're all waiting for this. You're wasting our time here. There's a potential by, you know, and God forbid, I pray. As a prayerful man, I pray to God that June. We're not saying all three of these guys goes, otherwise there's going to be a fault. But in regards to Mo, I think potentially if he signs a new contract, and I think it'll be again just opinionated, 2 years with the option of a third.
Yeah,
I think he could potentially finish his Liverpool career second in those scoring charts. I'll see him catching Andy Cole at 187, and I think he could possibly catch Kane and Rooney, possibly.
That's if he stays for longer. Like, this,
Yeah, stays for longer. Yeah, of course, Fuzzy. But yeah, look, man, he's doing his thing. And what I will say is, for me, he's a better player than when he was in 2020. I think he's a better all-round player. He's a better player than he was now in 25 years ago. And that's a testament to himself.
100%. It's good to see like he's taking over on Ree's record as well. But if you think about it, like, this guy's a winger. He's not like a guy that goes around the pitch. You know what I mean? So scoring like 176 goals is crazy, man. Absolutely crazy for a winger. That is. I mean, imagine if you could play all around the pitch.
This is what I'm saying, Fuzzy and JK. And it's funny. You see some of these haters from rival fans like Ransom Bants and others say, no, he's a forward. Oh, he's just a forward. He's not a forward. When has Mo Salah been forward? Exactly. He's done the job at certain times due to certain circumstances. He's always been a winger. And people want to hate on him and say, oh, he misses chances. Well, he's not an out and out nine. Of course he's going to miss chances. Of course he's going to miss chances. I mean, come on out here. He's not a striker, but that's what the haters want to say. But it's all right. He'll do his thing, and his greatness shines through. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%.
Like if he gets 12 more goals this season, he's going up in that table 3-4 places. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that should be his sort of aim. You know what? Finish the season above them guys.
100%.
And sign that contract.
Incredible, man.
Lot of mercy.
Lot of mercy.
Yeah, that's Bernie Mac from Friday, right? That's what it's from. Yeah.
Yeah. Right back.
Lost my shepherd. You know what I want.
What? What you talking about, Readers?
So guys, how impressed are you guys with him this season, man?
You know what, Cody? Look, I'll be honest. Like, I was more happy to sign him, and he's been in and out consistent wise. Last season didn't help. Klopp moving him here, there, everywhere, but he still had a decent-ish season. To be fair, he had a decent-ish season, you know, last season, and this season. I mean, look, Cody is on fire, and the only thing I would say is, Cody, sometimes I don't want him to be predictable, and I've said it on other channels, you know. My other podcasts, obviously. Sometimes when you cut in all the time, he's just predictable because certain good defenders will read that and stop it. And obviously, we've seen at times he'll go over the bar and then times it will just be a rocket in the top corner. But I'm kind of seeing a little bit of variation in Cody's game, and that's the Cody I want to see. That sometimes don't go inside, sometimes go on the outside. You've got the pace, and his IQ is evolving. I kind of noticed that his IQ is evolving, and
I honestly think, like, sorry to interrupt, brother.
go for it.
I honestly think, like, with Cody Gakpo, because he hasn't played enough on the left, people don't understand what he does. You know what I mean? In our team, forget about that position in our team. You know what I mean? Because when he puts a ball in the box, that's normally for a number 9 striker. You know what I mean? That should header it in. Sometimes he puts the ball at the back of the post, and not many people read it. It's all about reading his crosses. You know what I mean? But with time, it's coming. If you look at in the weekend, he scored 2 goals and he created a goal for Salah. So
man of the match.
So it's slowly he will get there when people understand what he's doing. If you know what I mean? Because putting like a ball in the box is dangerous no matter what situation you're in, because you never know what's going to happen in it. It could hit someone and go in. It could, you know what I mean, your player could be at the end of it. I mean, the goalkeeper might make mistakes, like when he's catching it, he might go in. You know what I mean? Things can happen. Because this is why I prefer him on the left rather than Diaz. Because Diaz scoring goals outside that, what does he do on the left? Nothing really, because there's no crosses coming in. He doesn't beat a man anymore. So with Gakpo, you get the best of everything, if you think about it. But sometimes you're right, bro. He doesn't go on the outside. He needs to go on the outside more and cross the ball in as well, because he can do it. That's the thing. But listen, it's all with confidence in it. Eventually, he will get there. But yeah, JK, what do you think of him, bro? Like, I think this season, I think he's been phenomenal, man. I think he's one of the reasons we're still up there as well.
Like, for me, probably player of the season when you look at it.
Wow.
Him grabbing. There's a few guys who I can say. Like, so for me, Salah, what he's doing, that's his normal. That's what he does, Salah. But for me, Gakpo, he was probably last choice.
Yeah.
When it comes to attacking options, who we're going to put on, he's probably second sub maybe. Yeah. But he's made himself probably after Salah, next guy in, playing on the left. So fair play to him. I think he's a good guy as well.
You never hear him moaning, do you? When he's not.
Nah, man, he's got his head screwed on properly. Yeah. He's like a.
That's one thing you got to give Liverpool for, JK and Nalante. Like you got to give them credit for that, because when they buy players, they don't buy the players that's going to be using the club in the press because they don't play. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Like disrupting the squad, disrupting the everything around the football club. They get these type of players all the time. They do background checks, don't they, JK and Nalante?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that's one good thing we do with our club is we do our homework. Very rarely do we get a guy who just disrupts everything and the club falls apart. That's why Klopp was very good at that. Not one guy, even Chiarte, when you really look at it, his time with us pretty poor, but he still didn't really upset anything or did anything badly, because Klopp knew he had all them guys sort of like under manners, he wouldn't have brought him into the club if he knew he's a bit of an idiot.
Yeah, 100%. Foz, who's better, Patrick Berger or Sobos? I think as a player all-rounder, Sobos lies much better. I love Patrick Berger, with his tenacity, the way he used to run with the ball, taking shots from outside the box with that left foot. But Sobos all-round, once it comes together, I don't think that conversation would be in place. I honestly don't think. This is for you, Nalante. It says that it's good to have another good footy guest on the show who has with a minimum footy knowledge. At least you have great footy knowledge. Teach Fozzy JK some.
Big up, Steve.
I'll get you back for that, man.
Big up, Steve, man. Anyway.
Did you guys
Sorry, Steve. We'll keep it quiet. Steve.
Did you guys like that? The way he scored his first goal, like of a rebound, being sniffing around the box, the 6-yard box, and just like tapping it in with Gakpo, because he does that a lot. If you look at his goals, majority of them is like being at the right place at the right time after a rebound or something like that. I don't think we have enough of that either. If you look at his first goal, it was like when the goalkeeper, I think the goalkeeper parried it towards him, and he tapped him.
Sobo the shot and then easy tapping. Yeah.
He does that a lot, Gap. If you notice that, or like when the ball is hit towards the far post, he's always header it in, so he's always at the right place, sniffing around. You know what I mean? That's what I like about Gap. But it's a bit of like Mane and Salah again, isn't it? If you look at it, they're both scoring goals from the wings. You know what I mean? So that's something good to have if you think about it. The second goal obviously was a header of Trent. You know, I don't know if you agree with me, guys. Ever since that telling off from the fan base towards Trent, has Trent changed or what, guys? Or is it taboo to say that? You know what I mean?
They put the man at his gate saying, "Yo, you ain't going nowhere, Bridget. Forget Sunny Madrid. You're staying in the Drizzy's house."
It's madness, though, isn't it? Since that, he's defensively better. You don't see him he doesn't jog back anymore. He's sprinting back now. You know what I mean? Things have changed. Maybe sometimes you need these kind of things to, you know, get a player up for the game again. Because since then, I haven't heard one Liverpool fan say bad thing from towards Trent.
But I heard some rough things last week, bro. Oh my days! I heard people calling him this, that, and the other. I'm like, yo, what am I actually hearing here right now? At the end of the day, it's the brother's decision what he wants to do with his life. He's gave his life to Liverpool thus far. He might even stay, you know. But the way they were talking about him, I was like, yo, that's not Liverpool fan base for me, you know. Real disrespect. And it weren't one guy, it was a lot of guys. And I'm thinking, come on, man, I don't need that in our fan base. The guy's not playing well. Let it be. He knows himself before we know that he ain't playing well. He'll be the first to say, you know what, I play crap. I shouldn't be in the next game starting or whatever. But for me, Trent against Ipswich was top class, man. I think he played pretty well.
Yeah, well. What about you, Delante? What do you think about him, bro? Like,
listen,
since that game, the bollocking he got from the fan base.
Yeah, that's from you, Fuzzy. I heard Fuzzy. You had a word with him. He got contacts. Fuzzy messaged on Twitter. You put your age. You do put your real name there because you thought, obviously, for security purposes.
Anonymous. You know, I'm not nowhere to be seen, man. You know,
exactly, man. Sorry, Fuzzy, man. You know, we'll keep it quiet. You know, we'll keep it quiet. But look, and I just want to go into, before I get to that point, I just want to go a little bit into Trent. Now, Trent, listen, no one, and unless you hate the guy, unless you've been on a cloud cuckoo list, no one can deny what a wonderful footballer he is. He is a quality footballer. And there was a while I wanted him in midfield because I just thought he's better in midfield. He can receive, but he can do more stuff. And look, as good as he's been at, at right back in our championship winning weeks, defensively, he was still making certain errors. And for me, as an experienced Premier League defender, as a professional footballer, some of them, it's not like, all the time a winger just build him up, turn them inside out. It can happen. We get it. But it's just certain schoolboy defending he was making, and it was getting me annoyed. And I was getting afraid that you've been at the club for 5-6 years, you're still making schoolboy errors that me and you, and it's not saying we're the know-it-all, but we can do basic defending on a semi-pro like game. And he was doing that, like letting your man run or not watching, just simple things, or the header and being weak. And just, with challenges. And it's not on. But one thing, whatever, Slot has kind of spoken to him. And yes, like you said, Fuzzy, he's had the talking to, but he has been better defensively, more acute, apart from, the last weeks. But listen, this is the trend we want to see. And I don't care about the attacking because he's always good. I'm focused on the defensive side. And if apart from that little blip, he's been solider. He's been more solid this season. So long may it continue. And whatever happens at the end of the season.
Okay. Yeah, listen, with me, I'm all about Liverpool Football Club, guys. I think the problem with the fan base in the modern day, there's too much player FC going on. There's too much player
agreed. 100%.
If you not Liverpool Football Club, separate the two. You know what I mean? Just concentrate your football club on what's best for your football club instead of like trying to like have a go at players. And what annoyed me more than anything about Trent is they were attacking his personal life. You know what I mean? Not just the football reasons, like just having a go at him about football. His family was getting attacked and all that stuff at the same time as well. And that's not on from Liverpool. That's not what we do. You know what I mean? And if the manager is persistent with him, playing him, giving him the captaincy, obviously in the cup after that as well, maybe there's something, you know, behind the scenes that's happening that he's going to stay. But if you act the way you're acting, you are the ones that's driving him away. You know what I mean, guys? Think about it. You're attacking him personally, his family, everything like that. That means you're the one who's, if he leaves, you're part of the reason that he's leaving.
Great.
You know what I mean? So you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. So
Exactly.
we got to be careful here, man. While that Wolf said, if Trent goes, he goes. It is what it is. Yeah. I'm not here to be sentimental towards players. No, I'm all about Liverpool Football Club because players come and go. I remember, like I said to you, JK, before, when Gerrard left, all the Liverpool fans were crying, saying, "What we're gonna do after Gerrard? Well, we won the Champions League, Premier League, everything else after that." So it can happen. You know, I'm not saying it's Gerrard's fault. I'm just trying to give you like what can happen after players leave. You know what I mean, sometimes maybe it's the best thing for the football club. Like, let me give you an example. Coutinho, when Coutinho left, we was all like crying, like he left, but look what came in after him, and look what happened after him. Would those things happen? You know, I mean, would we sign the likes of Van Dijk? Would we sign the likes of, you know, Alisson at the time? Because we didn't have that finance. FSG don't have that type of finance. I think John W. Henry actually said, "I don't. If Coutinho stayed, I don't think we'll be signing the likes of Van Dijk and Alisson." So it goes to show. Sometimes when things meant to be, it's meant to be. So just relax, man. We're doing good in both competitions. We're dominating football all around Europe. You know what I mean? So let's just be calm and see what happens at the end of the season. Because at the end of the day, guys, we discussed it a lot of times as well, not just in the stream, in 12-man stream and everybody else. We wasn't meant to be here. If you asked all three of us, of course, apart from JK,
I heard the expert.
we're going to win the league and the Champions League in the beginning of the season, we would have laughed at you. We said, are you mad? We've got a new manager here. You've got new coaching stuff. You think we're going to... I would have said that. You know, I probably did say that. But now, look at us where we are, guys. So just chill, man. Just chill. Big up to you guys. I might be sounding silly, but I'm telling you right now, if FSG don't produce something either in this window, or in the summer, I would prefer Musk to make a bid for Liverpool.
Oh no.
No, I hear you.
Gigi, let me say something. After what he was doing the other day, I don't think anyone wants Elon Musk at the moment, mate. So,
yeah. Any of these fools, man. They don't even look like humans. These people, man. Like, come on, man. That's some weird. I don't want that type of energy near my football club.
Exactly.
I think
Elon schmuck.
It's so bad that I'm like, FSG can stay. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
You must be so desperate to even say
that. No, I will, Steve. I apologize on behalf of Liverpool Football FC for my injurious decisions.
Big up, chat. Hit the likes, man. Hit the likes, please, guys. And at the end of the show, we're gonna obviously share the links, obviously for other channels. These two gentlemen are on, so please go and follow them on that as well. Guys, Mane and Salah. JK, I'll start with you. Which one? And give me the reasons for it as well, JK.
It might cut out the volume. Can you say that again? The first part again?
I want you to give me the reasons which is the better out of the two. Like, which one do you prefer and the reason why?
I would say Salah.
What's the reason?
I don't know. I just I was the one guy who said, you know, when Mane signed for us, I wrote a tweet, and I'm talking back in the days where I was like, "Ooh, Mane, not for me. He looks more like a Man United type of player, something like this." But at the time when Mane left us, some guy tweeted me back, like, "What you saying now?" About 6 years, 7 years.
Wow, that's good.
Lord of mercy, man.
It must have been.
I was
all the time, man.
I think they all saved it. He said, "I'm going to answer." A few people did actually. I was like, "Lord, man!" But for me, I prefer Salah. But for Mane, for me, he's the biggest. He's the one signing out of my whole time I've sport with Liverpool where I thought, how he's going to do for us, this, that, and the other. And he proper surprised me in the way he became probably the best left-sided player in the world. You know, at a time, he was just so good, Mane.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take Salah if I have the choice.
Okay. The poll so far, Mane is winning, so Salah's catching up though. But carry on, Nalante. Go, brother.
Um, yes, Fuzzy, the old debate that's been doing around another Liverpool podcast, the old bro debate. Look, I'll just be starting to say this. Both of them, it's a blessing to have both of them. And look,
Thank you very much, bro.
I'm gonna put my hands up like this, and I'm gonna say I was wrong for both of them because both of them I thought we didn't need them. I'm gonna be honest. When Mane first came to us from Southampton, I thought, nah, he's too inconsistent. Because with Southampton, he's having good games, few good games, but more bad games. He's very inconsistent. And Salah, I thought he would struggle with the Premiership, although he didn't get much of a chance.
Yeah.
I just thought the Premiership would be too much for him. But both of them, boy, were we wrong? What was I wrong? Sorry, apologies. But if you're looking at the two, for me, it'll be Mane, and I'll tell you the reason why. Now, Salah is great, but and as great as numbers and the great player as he is, as I said, but when we are struggling, sometimes when Salah doesn't get a goal assist at certain times, and it's happened this season, he does go a bit missing from the game. He does. But with Mane, even if he's having a complete stinker, he's always in the thick of the action. But for me, Mane, one thing about him that's that when I went to a few games live to watch him, I saw the way I remember, and I'll tell you a Pacific game. I remember in the 21-22 season, we beat Everton 2-0 when we were trying to film for the quad, when we potentially had the four fingers up in the air, waving like you just don't care. And
party over here, party over there.
Exactly, was it? You know what I mean, JK, innit? Yeah, no mercy, JK. Damn, where's your soundboard? Where's the soundboard? No, we're joking. But I was watching Mane because obviously Mane's one of my guys, and it was a great day. I mean, we won that day, obviously. And what Mane does is off the ball, he draws 2-3 men.
Yeah.
Now it might not be much to some people, but he draws 2-3 men to let Salah and other people. I know Bobby knits the ball, but the way he runs and the way he's a threat in and out, he draws men to the ball for other players to flourish. And for me, Mane, he was a bit of all rounder. I think Salah scored more of an assist than him. I get it, but Mane was quality. He's direct. He can dribble. He's a very good header of the ball. Very underrated at the header. Very, very underrated the header, and the strength and power, and he scored some good goals. So, Salah has a longevity, and probably when all three of them, you thought Salah would be the first one to go. So that's all part of Salah. But Mane for me, and I just don't get why certain Liverpool podcasters are just disrespecting Mane. Like Salah is clear of him for no joke.
I saw Husam on the ends one, and he started talking about Salah.
Yeah, ends, and then there was Monts and Cal, like they're kind of getting up on drifting. It's fine, it's opinions, and Monts is the same person who said, Gravenberch should go at the end of last season. We move. But anyway, like I said, but they talk about sisters. But if you want to deep it, like, and again, this doesn't mean anything. When you're both at the peak of their powers and the Ballon d'Or, Mane was higher than Salah. Mane was rated more than Salah. So that doesn't mean Salah. Like, I respect Salah. Now, right now, he's the better player. But for me, Mane.
Yeah. I agree with you, Nelonte. I agree. I thought Mane. You know what it is? Listen, it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about player-wise, stats and all that stuff. Salah is going to win all day
Yeah,
long.
of course.
I'm talking about my football club. What my football club needs, you know what I mean? And my football club needed Mane more than anybody else when he first came. You know what I mean? We was like in the wilderness. We didn't. We was bad. Let's just be honest. I mean, we look at the players that we had, Balotelli's and all that stuff. Yeah, Mane came through the door. Played on the right-hand side, by the way. Didn't play on the left. Played on the right-hand side. Scored a lot of goals. Team of the season. You know what I mean? And then he was moved to the left-hand side for Salah. And don't forget, Salah wasn't even the first choice for that position. They wanted to get that Julian Brandt. What's his name? The one who plays for Dortmund?
Yes, Julian Brandt. Yes.
Klopp's first choice. But Mane was always Salah's choice. Klopp's choice, because he wanted them at Dortmund, he said, didn't he, as well? So,
yeah.
With Mane, it's the overall package that he brought. He's never been at the Champions League with Liverpool, apart from his first season, but it wasn't his fault. We bought him. So, you know what I mean? Then he qualified for the Champions League, and it was his goals, that important goals away at Everton and I think Southampton and places like that. He was scoring like important goals, Tottenham at home and all that stuff, as I remember, that got us into that Champions League that season, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
The partnership with Firmino and Coutinho at the time as well, and Sturridge coming off the bench and that. So if it wasn't for money, I don't think we'd be like in the Champions League. If it wasn't for money, I don't think we'd be buying the likes of Salah and all that stuff as well. So if we wasn't in the Champions League, would we buy Salah? I don't think we would have. You know what I mean? So I don't think
Great.
they're financed enough for that as well. So it's the all-round play for Mane that I loved. You know what I mean? And Salah is an individual player, and he's on right. He's going to get into the all-time Premier League 11 because on that right-hand side because of his goal record and all of that stuff. But if you look at overall play from Mane, the way he influenced the team, being the first point of defense, the way he helps out the midfield, the way he helps out Robertson. Robertson hasn't been the same since Mane left. Obviously there's a reason why Robertson dropped because Mane ain't longer there. So that's another thing as well, the way he worked the left side and the important goals he scored. The Champions League final, it was him that actually got us that penalty. You know what I mean? And with his cross towards I think Salah as well. And I think that Tottenham was it defense. I think the Tottenham player put his arm up, didn't he, and hit his arm, and Salah scored the penalty after that. So it's his influences in big games. Even when Salah went off in the Champions League final against Real Madrid with that arm wrestling with Ramos, who stepped up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you look at the important games and the Premier League win, the season we won the Premier League, it's not all about goal stats. It's what impact the player had. Mane was scoring a lot of important goals that season for us to win. Norwich away, I remember. There was a few games after that he was scoring and winning goals and all that stuff as well. So, yeah, listen, Salah overall is going to be more of a legend for many people in regards to Liverpool Football Club. But the impact Mane had, especially, from day one until he left, he can't be unrecognized, guys. You know what I mean? It can't be unrecognized. Every season that he's been at Liverpool, we finished in the top 4. You know what I mean? So it clearly shows the guy had some influence in his play. And like when you're the one who's doing all that attacking and all that running, everybody else follows you. And that's what he did for us. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I honestly think the disrespect towards Mane is disgraceful, in my opinion. I think he should be more appreciated. And there's another thing people don't understand as well. Well, we had that comparison between them two from rival fans when they were saying Mane and Salah. That disrupted our squad. That you know what I mean? That disrupted our game and on field and everything and off the pitch because we fell for the trap of rival fans, trying to compare them two against each other, and then it became something personal afterwards. And one of them left. I don't know if you guys agree with me with that, because this is what rival fans do. They love to make Liverpool, get off the top, get off their perch, as they say, and they will do it by any means necessary to do that. And us fans comparing those two at the time was the wrong way of going about it. We should be grateful for what we had at the time, which was 2 world-class players that changed Liverpool's fortunes on the pitch, which is to winning titles. And yeah, people don't look into that, man. We shouldn't have done that. We should not compare them to back in the day. It was the wrong way of going about it. And rival fans, they won their battle, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, I haven't even got time to compare these two guys. Really, like for me, they both did their part in whatever success we had. For me, would I take Mane tomorrow? The same Mane we brought, of course. So I wouldn't tweet, he's a Man United type of player. But him and Salah, come on, who's got time for comparing them? A lot of other fans might have done it just to like wind us up and stuff. But sometimes people forget how social media is seen by everyone, even players. So I can type his name into Twitter and type in whatever, and it will come up with what we will see. He will see it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like I said, man, it's just overall what the player brings to the football club. That's how I see it. It's not about the quality of the player, like who's better and all that stuff. Mane had all round. Mane had more. You know what I mean? But as a legacy, Salah's gonna have it no matter what. So let's just put it that way, guys. Let me just go through the questions. Get your questions and thoughts right there, of course, right there, and subscribe. I've got a few here. Wild Dead Wolf says, who would you buy, Trent or Walker at age 25? Go on, Alante. Go on. Which one would you take out of the two?
Yeah. Oh God, this is a difficult one actually. You know what? I'm gonna upset a lot of people. I'm gonna take Walker at 25.
Wow. What's the reason for that, bro?
I just think he's more secure defensively, and he can get up and down. He can do his job. He won't be the same as Trent, and he can he can do a little cross here and there. I wouldn't say he's not on Trent. He can't touch Trent, but he can got good balls in that now and then. So yeah.
Yeah, you mean the clean sheets, isn't it? That's what's the most important.
Yeah, clean sheets. Yeah, for me.
JK?
I'm going to stick with the Trent guy because the way he plays football, he's like the difference between Salah and Mane is that Salah is air type of footballer, where Mane is a solid type of footballer. His runs, his shooting, everything. So it's the same with Trent and Walker. Trent's more of a flair, airy type of guy who can pass a ball from his right back position, set up a guy who's running into the box. Walker can't do that, but where Walker's more of a solid guy, will defensively be better.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Trent. I just think Trent is he don't know how good he is sometimes, and that's what annoys me about Trent.
Yeah.
Like, well, what a player! Like his passing, his crossing, his cross the other day for Gapco's header is what I've missed all season. Ball out wide, swing it in, guy up front, bang, header. That is football for me at its best. And when I seen that cross the other day, man, I was like, yo, I'm keeping that in my team.
Yeah, I'm a Trent guy, guys. I'm all about footballing ability, innit? Clean sheets is important, but I like to see entertainment at the same time, guys, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Everybody see different people, different thoughts towards players. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree. That's what it's all about. Dom ability is wasted in double pivot with Gravenberch, just like Mac ability is. Okay. I'm not a Clivert fan. Oh, come on. He's been doing good. He's been doing good this season. I mean, it's the same story. Harry Kane leaving Tottenham as Trent. I don't think it is. Harry Kane wasn't even a Tottenham fan, bro. So he was an Arsenal fan. So he was an Arsenal youth, actually, as well. So I think the reason hurt if Trent leaves because he's a born and bred Liverpool fan, innit? And born in Liverpool. So that's what will hurt. Coutinho so allowed LFC to bring Van Dijk, Fabinho, and took us to trophies. Thank you, Coutinho. There you go. I wasn't wrong about that. There you go, guys. Obviously put the links of the channels in the chat where you guys are, because you guys are brilliant, and thanks for coming on as always, man. I appreciate you, honestly. We do more of this. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow, guys. If you guys are interested, do it, and I might do a panel show on Thursday night as well. If you guys are interested, it's up to you guys. No pressure.
That's cool, bro. We could organize something. Yeah,
sure,
for sure.
So good,
nice
man.
one having us on.
Where can
Appreciate
people find
you?
Where can people find you guys?
You can find us on 12th Man Show and Irishman's Football as well. So I'll put their links in the chat. Nice one for that, bro. I've done that.
What about you, Nalante?
Well, to be honest, you can find us in the club.
That's it. You can find us. Or top of the table, even.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nah, same with JK, same link. So JK, me and JK both on both panels, and big up yourself, Fozzie. Thank you for having me on. It's been a great debate, and good meeting you. And obviously, look out for JK coming out with his own channel very soon later this year.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm on there, bro. I'm on there.
I'm not,
bro. Family.
I'm not. I'm gonna cuss him.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
I'll put all the links in the chat. Nice one. Press the likes as well.
Yeah, press the likes, please, guys. It helps a lot. Remember who our backups to Mane and Salah were? Shaqiri? I don't know. On the left, I thought there was no one on the left, was there? Shaqiri for Salah. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Lallana maybe.
Yeah.
Oxlade.
Oxlade. Yes.
Early Diaz.
Yeah.
That's the Irishman's channel, yeah? That's the link for it.
That's the link, yeah.
And 12th Man's channel, please go and subscribe to that. Just take the link, guys, and just take it over there, man. Just click on it. And there's JK's channel as well. Chat Force panel, great show. You never walk alone. Yeah, big up, guys, man. I'm just going through the chat just to see if there's any questions for us.
Yeah, blessings, Wolf.
We move. Yeah.
Looking forward to the Wednesday game. Get that finished. Be nice. 8 out of 8. Clean sheet, main priority away from home. And then get ready for Bournemouth at the weekend. I'm looking forward to that game. Looking
I
forward to
think
that
that,
game as well.
do you guys think like they're gonna put like not a full strength team, Liverpool? That is in the
Against
P-
PSV,
Do we really need to win it? Do we really?
Big up,
do we-
Cedric. You know this, Cedric. Big up.
do we really need to win this game?
yeah,
Really?
I think we do because I want an 8 out of 8 sort of campaign. Not very much people like it's the first time they've had this sort of format, and we're there doing this sort of things. 7 out of 7, conceded 2 goals. These are that's history. We go to PSV, lose.
Yeah,
we're going into the Bournemouth game on a loss. For me, I'd rather do it the other way around. Go into the PSV game, win there, and then go into the Bournemouth game fighting. That's how I want it. I don't like losing, bro. It don't matter if it's like for a fairy cup or whatever it is. Like we're in the business of winning, and even like the Tottenham game, it's only 2 games and we've won a cup there.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm taking that second leg serious as well.
spot on. What about you, Nalante?
I hear what JK is saying, but I mean, I would counteract that by saying, JK, you would take a loss if we really know big is again for the 7th time. Yeah, indeed. Yes,
You're
you
not
would take a
welcome on
loss.
my new channel, bro.
What do I say? Remix. What a bomber clock style.
Yo, man.
Big up,
But,
Sam. But yeah,
Winning is everything.
I think like I've always said it. If you're in a momentum, just continue it because when you corrupt players' minds to lose or give up games, it becomes a natural thing. You know what I mean? And I don't want to go through that. Like, yes, we'll go with the under strength side, but try go for the win at the same time as well. Even a draw is not a bad result, is it?
nah.
As long as we're resting players for the Bournemouth game, because that Bournemouth game is very important. It's very to me, it's a very important game to the season and us winning the league, if you know what I mean. Because that's one of the most difficult away matches that we have this season. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a pivotal. It's one of those games that's pivotal. So if we're going to rest players towards that and beat Bournemouth, is worthwhile at the end, wasn't it? If you think about that. So let's just hope that happens because we've got Everton after that midweek. It ain't going to be easy either. 2 away games. I think it's 2 away games in a row, isn't it, guys? I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Let me
Yep.
check.
Back to back. Yep.
Lord of mercy.
Remix. Wind up the thing, Reset.
Let me check. Yeah, it's Bournemouth. Then we've got Tottenham and the FA Cup actually against Plymouth. Then we've got
That's
Everton.
easy.
The 2 Premier League
Then we
games.
got Everton, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Good games. I think
Yeah.
winnable, all of them.
Are you guys
Bournemouth.
interested in the League Cup, or should we just bun it?
Say again, bro.
Are you guys
League Cup.
interested in the, or should we just put it away? We don't need to be in it. The League Cup final.
2 games, we win it. We won the first cup. I'm going all out for that one. Yeah. Because look at the first leg, first 11. There were some big players in there, so like Slot wouldn't have played them if he didn't really want to win it.
Yeah.
So he wants to win that. He's thinking 2 games we've won it. We're at Wembley. Nice. Yep.
What about you, Nalante? Are you interested in the cups, or are you just that kind of fan?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't too fussed about the League Cup because we won it about how many times. But now we're in the position, then yeah. I want to hold the gold. I want to hold the trophy. I want to hold it. I want to hold it. God damn it. Tottenham new because I want to hold the gold. I want to hold it. God damn it. Give me the ball.
Yeah, I say go for it, man. Go for it.
Yeah.
Something
What I will
like,
say
it's
is
a confident booster, isn't it? It's a confident booster, isn't it? Towards the season, isn't it?
exactly. What I will say is just quickly back to the PSV game. Anyhow, I see VVD Salah on that bench on Wednesday. Honestly, I am going to do a madness because these men should be at home having milk and cookies, going to bed at 8 o'clock, or having chill time with the families. I don't want to see them anywhere near, mate. They should be resting. And I hope Slot doesn't get some crazy idea. Oh, let's play the first team. Please, Slot. No.
Yeah, sometimes people don't see it. He gives you messages. I mean, he's a bit of a Klopp about him. you know, when people say Klopp, so Slot wants these players and he doesn't want any signings. Sometimes you've got to look at the players that play on the pitch. When I look at the players on the pitch, he plays more or less the same team, and he doesn't trust his squad as a full. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone looks into that. It gives you clues, because you know, like when you sign a contract with a football club and they already tell you what's happening, you really can't really overwrite that, can you? You can't really put your own thought to it because you signed a contract. But the clues are always in the teams he picks. So if Van Dijk and all these guys play, he's giving you something that explains to you the strength of the squad. It's not there. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Because we always see the same players playing again and again and again. What's the reason for that? When you got Endo, when you got Harvey Elliott, when you got all these players on the bench, you know what I mean, you don't play them. It's just giving you a message like the strength is just in the squad. It's not there. The depth is not there. That's what he's giving you. It's a bit like a Klopp, if you know what I mean, guys.
But at the same time, Fozzy, I would say that, but certain players have proved themselves. So I think it's just that maybe he just doesn't fancy them because Endo's have stepped up in games.
Them, but which means he needs, you know, other players in the transfer window.
True.
It's like a clue, isn't it? He's giving you. I can't say it publicly, but
Yeah.
I'll give you a clue what's going on. Yeah, you have to figure it out yourself. You know what I mean?
No, I get it, but again, I think it's just being harsh because I think Endo, Elliot, obviously, you know, my guy, as JK, my brother, Joey G, obviously he's injured. You know, certain players have proved themselves for the club already and put up good performances. And I was saying, I mean, JK on the 12th man show, I was saying that even me, I was going against the grain. I just love to see Casey start. He's fit now because for me, when at the starts in the VVD, I know VVD we can't rest him technically in that well. We hopefully will, but Salah, his play needs to be rested. And I thought Ipswich, I would have started Chiesa because for the last 2 to 3 seasons at the end, we've capitulated. We've just lost it.
Yeah.
And we need our players at least. And I think, and I don't, and again, the chat and you, Fozzy, JK have already discussed this. You can see, but I don't see any harm of starting K's against an Ipswich or certain teams. And Salah can have his rest on the bench, or if it does, he can come off because by March, April time is crunch time, and we need these players at the optimum because we don't want another of like they just kind of lose in the last 4 or 5 games, and then end of the season it's like, oh yeah, it's just a standard, you know, yeah we win, you know what I mean, you know. We want the gold. We want belts.
Complacent, yeah. Don't be too complacent, innit?
Complacent, yeah. That's all I'll say, Fozzy. Anyway, I'm guarding that.
All right, guys. Fozzy, do you do a space with JK and Nalante? It would be fire. If they're interested, we'll do a space. I think I'm gonna start doing spaces in LRFC anyway, man. So hopefully we could do that.
No worries.
No problem. We'll be there, Steve.
Backups, obviously. Oh yeah.
Yes, I forgot.
Minamino. Yeah, Minamino.
Yeah, how can we forget? Yeah. Taki.
Only playing a strong side versus PSV. It's like I said, he will. I got this feeling he will. I think he wants that record, innit? We set a new record, innit? Obviously in this format of the Champions League, so he wants to like continue it. I'd be happy to join the show too. Yeah,
Dora. Yes, that'd be good.
Oh yeah, sure. We can get Batadara on with us.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Arnie wants an 8 out of 8 record. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I think this is what he's looking for. Spurs fan wants and sacked. That fan base is toxic as the banter Arsenal one. Ange has 10 first team players out injured. Even Arnie Klopp would struggle to get Spurs a win with this 11. Yeah, that's just not good enough, bro. But the thing is, it's the way he plays. That's the problem. You know what I mean? He's too much high intensity football. There's no balance. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to like pull the players back into position and, you know, make them rest. He just wants to go straight away, like kind of football, and it's affecting the players. That's why they're getting a lot of hamstring injuries, you know, Tottenham. That's why they're struggling, if you know what I mean, guys. So he needs to change the way he plays. But like injuries, guys, so far it's Jones. Obviously, Jota is going to be out for a bit, and Gomez. So these are the 3 that's still out. So it's amazing, isn't it? These are 3 first teamers as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's madness, bro. But guys, thank you for coming on. Honestly, guys, for helping me out. I know
you're welcome, bro.
Something in your lives, but you know what I mean. You know, taking time out and helping me out, I appreciate that, guys. Honestly, man.
No worries, bro.
Anytime, Fozzy. No problem.
Big up, Alexandra, man. Late to the show. When we're leaving, you just pop up, man. Why do you always do that?
He's like a 91st minute winner, isn't he?
That's a Liverpool way, isn't it? It's the Liverpool way. We
It's
got
good
the
to see.
Yo. All right, guys. Take care, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching this, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Take care, everybody.